Hello, welcome to Legends in the Making, where we're redefining business success by aligning purpose, people, and profits. I'm your host, Erin Sarles Bowers, entrepreneur, shaman, and founder of Ignite, Elevate, Ascend Consulting. In each episode, we're going to share snackable insights that will inspire you to lead with clarity, power, and heart. We'll dive into actionable strategies, real world stories, and metaphysical teachings to help you unlock the infinite potential of your business, your people, and yourself. Are you ready to turn your business into a legend in the making? Let's dive in. In today's episode, we're going to talk about unleashing your organization's hidden talents. How often do we overlook what already exists right there and how we can activate those gifts, those assets to really amplify and unlock incredible results. And so as we begin today's episode, I would just start by sharing that we are here governed by immutable laws that cannot be changed, just like we have a perfect balance of gravity that holds us on this earth. If it was any more one way or the other, we would either not exist because it wouldn't hold us together and keep us here, or if it was too much, we would implode upon ourselves. And so let's get grounded in the fact that we live in a perfect, benevolent universe, that there is one source of energy that is here, that is governing us, and that we are here to be in right relationship with that energy, which you can call God, source, the universe, divine, however you identify that. We are here to understand that we exist in right relationship with that energy. That energy, God himself, wouldn't know himself if he did not have us. And we would not know God without our human experience. And so everything that we go through, even if it's work related, is a spiritual lesson. It's all being gifted to us for the highest and greatest good of all. And so I would just ask you to presence that within yourself, that we are in a benevolent, perfect reality, that God, source, universe, divine is omnipresence. It's everywhere. It's everything. Everything is source. Everything is God. And we come into the most amazing lives to remember that, to understand that we are here as a soul, as an energy, to grow ourselves to the highest level. So whatever we're challenged with, whether in workplace, whether in our personal life, wherever it is a spiritual lesson to bring us back to ourselves, to bring us back to the remembrance of who we are, and to bring us back to the remembrance of how loving and omnibenevolent that God is all good, that our human experience, our ego experience is one that creates the polarity, the duality, but God isn't polarized. God isn't dualistic. God is all that is, and we are all that is. And the work that we've come here to do is to understand or understand that we are that same energy, that we are that same force. And what a beautiful gift that we are here to remember that we are perfect, that we are perfect in any given moment in God's perfect reality. And it's our ego that wants to assign good or bad to whatever's going on because our ego wants to create separation. Our ego wants us to think that we know more than God knows. So I'm going to sit in judgment of others, of the situation, of yourself. It doesn't matter. So anytime you're sitting in judgment is you creating separation from source itself, which then all that gets created is karma and lessons. And so when I think about unleashing your organization's hidden strengths, your organization's hidden strengths are how do you see the immutable laws that govern our universe? How do you see that every employee that's working for you is you? Let's say we're talking about you as a leader, that they are me and I am them. So do I see them as good and as benevolent and all-knowing, or do I see them as separate from me? Do I see them as lacking in comparison to me? Do I put myself in judgment with those individuals and think that I know more or I know better? That's where business is headed. We are headed into a correction where we have to follow the immutable laws that govern the universe, the metaphysics that govern our universe. We actually don't get to defy them. And when we defy them, we get corrected. We get corrected through lessons. We get corrected through things happening to teach us that we're out of alignment. When we're in alignment in a high state of vibration, we are receiving from the abundant, benevolent universe that we are a part of. So anytime that I don't see myself as abundant, anytime I don't see myself as benevolent and good, anytime I'm acting in separation, in judgment of holding, I know better than you type of complex, we receive back karma. We receive karma. And we're here to transmute and understand that our actions have consequences. We live in a law of reciprocity. What we reap is what we sow. So what I give is what I get. So if you look at yourself as a leader and can look at what am I giving to my people? What am I giving to my team? Because when I give that, I'm going to receive that back. So if I am giving dishonesty, if I'm giving withholding the truth, if I'm giving frustration and anger and upsetness, what do you get back from the people that are working from you? You're going to receive that same thing back. That's how the universe has to work. There is no other way that it works. We can't act snarky and bitchy and, crazy as a leader and think that we're going to get some miraculous, incredible results. We may get some results because people are afraid, because they're constricted down and they're in a low vibrational state, and we're going to be acting from a place of force. Yes, certain things can happen from that state. Sustainability long-term, it can't, because the universe is always designed to correct us back to the natural state of order. So if we cannot give what we want to receive, then long-term, we have no sustainability. And we're seeing that in business right now all over the place. It's like, I have so many examples that we're going to tackle and dive into. But I think of people that want to have these successful businesses, and yet they're living from a state of lack and constriction and fear. And it's like, well, how do you think you're going to achieve radical success, like when your state from which you're operating from is lack, is constriction, is not it. The universe can't give you the opposite of what you are. It only can give you more of what you are. That's just how the laws of the universe work. So it's like, oh, you know, we want to go out and achieve record results, but we're like in massive debt. We're going to cut payroll. We're going to constrict down. We can't serve the customers. How do you think, as an organization, your team is going to be able to deliver when you yourself are not providing the resources for them to resource themselves in order to translate that to your consumer? It mathematically, metaphysically isn't possible. It isn't possible. So you are in a deficit. You're in a place of constriction, let's say, as an organization. And then what are you going to get more of? More constriction, more unhappy employees, more discontentment. So if you want to unleash the potential of your organization, you actually have to be residing in the state of which you want to receive. And that doesn't mean being like dumb about it. It doesn't mean like we just open the floodgates and spend money like crazy. That's not my point. It's about what's the energetic alignment of which you're at. Are you creating an environment where you see people as the hidden talent of your organization? Are you engaging people at the level of they are creators, that they are magnificent, whole, complete individuals that are here to contribute to your organization's success? Or are you looking at them thinking that they're a hindrance because you're judging them as not as good as you? You're never going to get the maximal potential out of the only asset that you have, which is your people, unless you yourself are actualized an allowance of everybody gets to give at their highest level of being. And my role as a leader is to create that environment where they get to actualize at that level, because I'm actualized at that level. So you want to unleash your organization's hidden strengths, you have to look and go, am I unleashing my hidden strengths within me? Am I in the total understanding of I am here to be in a state of learning, and then in a state of forgiveness, to allow myself to forgive myself for the lessons that I have learned in making, to then understand, like, through that cycle of learning and forgiving, I continuously keep unlayering and unlocking my potential, which then gives access to your people to unlock that same potential within themselves. So as a leader, your job, your role is always to be in self-realization, self-learning, self-actualization, to help your team be doing the same thing. We have to be doing soul work. We have to be doing people work if we want to unleash our company's greatest potential. If we want to take our business to the next level. The universe is all knowing. The universe is all giving. The universe is all abundance. The universe is all benevolent. Like, it wants to give that to your business, but it will only give that to your business to the extent of which you live those principles in your state of being. We are coming into a place where it is more about the who we are and the frequency that we're holding. Am I in a state of peace? Am I in a state of joy? Am I in a state of love? More so than what am I doing in order to take or get something from somebody? Are we more focused on the frequency that we are attuned to as a soul? Because any negative emotion is just GPS for us to realize we're not aligned. So if we're frustrated, if we're pissed off, if we're sad, if we're angry, whatever it is, if we're in fear, we got anxiety, that's just a GPS of like, we are not aligned with the immutable laws of the universe. We are not in allowance of the universe. So the only way that we can truly receive the maximum output is to be giving the maximal output of ourselves. So understanding that these laws are at work at business, the law of reciprocity, only what I am not giving can be lacking in any situation. What I give is what I get. If I'm giving shitty customer service, I'm going to get shitty results back. If I'm going to treat people like crap and not see them as whole and complete, and I create a nasty work environment, I'm going to get that back. Nobody will want to work here. We have no way to serve the customer. Businesses decline. Everything is from that starting point. It starts with you. It starts with your energetic. It starts with the immutable laws of the universe and following those and understanding that anytime you're outside of any of those, you're going to be GPSed back to who you are to learn. But are you learning, forgiving, and then coming back into alignment and repeating that over and over and over again, because that's why we came here. So there is the secret sauce is what we already should know, but we don't know because our egos are so in the way. So I want to help people come into alignment with these universal truths, with these universal laws, to then transmute that energy, to elevate, to get you into a state of the abundance that the universe is, to receive that into your business, into your organization. So what a pleasure. It's so funny because I think of okay, is there a hidden strength? It's us understanding we've got to come into alignment with these principles if we want to actually unleash the potential that exists within our organizations. So thank you for tuning in to Legends in the Making. If today's episode inspired you, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review. And don't forget to share this podcast with other leaders, visionaries, and change makers who are ready to elevate their business, align their purpose, and ignite their own legendary journey. If you're ready to take the next step, head to our website at www.ignite, Elevate, Ascend Consulting, or follow us on social media. We have lots of tools, resources, as well as all the services that we provide to help align your organization, unlock your potential, and step into realms of profitability that you have not seen before. So until next time, remember, legends aren't born, they're built. Keep leading with purpose, aligning with your vision, and always ignite the legend within you.